So, don't know when you're watching this, but a few days ago, the Federal Department of Justice filed a lawsuit against a nonprofit named Safe House that planned to open up a supervised injection site in Philadelphia. And this facility would have been the first of its kind in the United States, although I understand that they've been operating similar facilities in Canada and Europe for years now. So the idea behind this safe injection site is that folks who are addicted to opioids will have a place to go where they can inject themselves under the supervision of medically trained staff, so that if there's any sort of medical problems, there would be staff on hand to provide assistance, possibly quite likely life-saving assistance to these poor folks. They would also be providing them with clean syringes. I mean, I think it's a good idea. Over 47,000 people died of opioid-related deaths in 2017. This is a huge problem. And if I had a choice between having opioid addicts injecting themselves on the street corner or going into like a bathroom and shooting up, or doing it in a clean, sterile facility with staff trained on how to provide life-saving assistance if needed, I vote for them using the clean, sterile, life-saving facilities. But apparently the Department of Justice disagreed. They filed a lawsuit to prevent them from opening up this facility, taking the position that the facility would facilitate drug use, which is a crime under the Federal Controlled Substances Act. So, that kind of leaves me kind of scratching my head, because the system we have now, where drug use is treated as a crime and not something like a medical condition or a mental illness, where we're using police resources to gather up drug users, where we're using taxpayer dollars to put them in prison. And depending on what exactly they're addicted to, there could be some very serious withdrawal symptoms, which the taxpayers have to provide them with assistance getting through. Otherwise, it would be cruel and unusual punishment. You'd have to use taxpayer resources to put these drug users on trial. So, I mean, you could have that system, or you could have a system where there's a clean facility where they can go, and hopefully the facility would also be facilitating them getting into some sort of treatment program so that they are no longer drug users. But I want to point out that from what I understand, the DOJ's position is not that what Safe House wants to do is a bad idea. The problem is that the DOJ needs to enforce the law as it's written, and it seems like that's what they're doing. So ultimately, this isn't a problem for the DOJ. This is a problem for our lawmakers. At this day and age, where the majority of people support the legalization of cannabis, in this day and age where a majority of states have legalized marijuana in some way, shape, or form, in this day and age in which a number of cities are looking at ways to curb drug use, to curb the use of hard drugs, in this day and age in which we need local solutions for these problems, to have a law that handcuffs people from taking meaningful steps to address this horrific problem, to me, this problem seems, I'm at a loss for words. It seems like a slam dunk. It seems like this is a nonpartisan issue. It seems to me that this is something where both liberals and conservatives can agree that anything's worth a try. All we need are for our politicians to get off their fucking ass and amend the Controlled Substances Act so that facilities like this are legal. So, why isn't this part of our national discussion? Why is it that our politicians are pushing the most divisive issues of their agenda rather than looking for solutions to problems that the majority of people seem to recognize as a problem? So, where do we go from here? I don't know, maybe write your congressperson, write your senator, and tell them you want them to support amending the Controlled Substances Act so that we can have local solutions to drug use, so that we can have people trying innovative ways to get people off of drugs. It will save lives. Or I could be way off. I have no idea. So anyway, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Leave a like on this video. I don't care if you like it or not. Hit that like button. Anyway, I'm Marv. Thanks for spending a moment with me. Till next time, be good to each other.